Energy and Electricity Minister Mabitsela-Ngcobo says Koeberg has maintained a strong operational safety record for more than 4 decades. He added that the successful extension of Unit 2's operational lifespan by another 2 decades is evidence of the plant's ability to meet the highest global nuclear safety standards.
Koeberg has been able to operate in a safe, efficient and reliable manner for a period of 40 years plus, with little to no incidents. And it is our intention to ensure that we continue on that track. And how we go forward now, we're going to ensure that there's a great degree of transparency, because we are now entering the next phase of nuclear generation in our country, what I call phase 2 of our build program. We stood before you about a year ago announcing the adoption by Cabinet of the Integrated Resource Plan, which is nothing but a comprehensive articulation of the energy sources that will underpin our generation capacity in this country. As part of that plan, we asserted that we're going to procure 5.2 gigawatts of nuclear build, and with the intention of having a nuclear industrialization plan to support about 10 gigawatts of a nuclear build program. So when matters of this nature comes to the fore, that attempts to introduce some degree of uncertainty in relation to the safety and the safeguards around nuclear, we felt that it's important that we should be able to stand before the country and the public and share with you what the true facts are. And we are going to establish that when the chair of the board and the chief nuclear officer come before us, that in fact this is not an incident that is out of the normal.
Eskom board chairperson Mteto Nyati confirmed that the incidents that occurred at Koeberg were negligible and posed no danger to workers or the surrounding community.
On the 30th of June, 2nd of July and the 7th of July, during a scheduled maintenance, there was elevated airborne radioactive contamination was detected inside controlled sections of the Koeberg Power Station. These events were fully contained within the facility. There was no release into the environment, nor risk to the public. The recorded levels were extremely low, less than the radiation exposure from using your cell phone for several minutes. All protocols were followed. The National Nuclear Regulator was engaged throughout. Our teams responded promptly and professionally as expected at a nuclear facility. These incidences occurred in a highly controlled environment and demonstrated the strength of our safety systems and the capability of our employees.
Chief Nuclear Officer at Eskom, Ntuli, says several radiation protection protocols to protect workers were undertaken before they were evacuated.
However, to good practice and what we have learned previously, we said anyone that had been in containment that day, for their peace of mind and transparency, if they wanted to also undergo a whole body count, they can. All right. So all in all, there were 245 additional workers that underwent a whole body count. So to be clear, when we evacuated containment, it was only 31 workers. The other workers which were in containment at a certain instance, not at that particular moment, at a certain instance, they also went through for a whole body count. The reason for that, it was a faulty PV unit, the portable ventilation unit. The cord of the unit had bent out. We are still trying to investigate what the cause of that was.
Eskom says it remains on track to deliver reliable energy while developing critical skills in building the country's future. Naledi, Mabitsela-Ngcobo, SABC News, Johannesburg.